There should be a standard for cleaner water simply because it's a logical thing to do. Without access to clean water, people can become sick and even die. The main problem with Iowa's water is the same problem with the rest of the world, in that the pesticides and runoff from agricultural use greatly affect the water. Targeting agriculture could greatly increase water quality worldwide, as Iowa's problem is the same problem as the rest of the world.
Water quality is not only a problem here in Iowa, but also around the world. There are two main factors that are pushing planet Earth towards a thirstier future, and they are population growth and climate change. A major United Nations report released in June shows that the world is not on track to meet the United Nations goal to bring safe water and sanitation to everyone by 2030. And by 2050, half the world's population may no longer have safe water.
That is why, here in Iowa, it is the goal of farmers, politicians, and the community to improve water quality through better farming practices and water filtration processes.
The greatest consumer of water is agriculture. About 85% of the world's water is used by agriculture sector. Reuse of water is important in agriculture for livelihoods, but is associated with serious health risks. The lack of water restricts the economy, the development of the society, and its well-being. The situation in the Middle East has worsened with the increasing demand of fresh water as a consequence of increasing population. Each human being needs 5 liters of fresh water per day for pure survival. Poor water quality is not only a matter of taste, but also affects people's health. Due to inappropriate agricultural practices, wastes are populated by irrigation. Water scarcity is a high influence of industrial development.
So available research shows that nitrate levels in Iowa's major rivers have more than tripled since the 1950s. The Des Moines Water Works, which says that it spends millions of dollars every day cleaning these exact nitrates from the drinking water. Iowa has began to devise a nutrient reduction strategy to deal with water quality issues. And this process eliminates Iowa's ag nutrient runoff from fields, and more importantly, this keeps the Gulf of Mexico from being polluted with harsh runoff. The state is focused on financial incentives and voluntary compliance from farmers to cut nitrate and phosphate levels. This strategy is worth about $282 million, and this will be passed by legislature this week. And about $150 million in new funding for cover crops, bioreactors, and saturated buffers, all of which will help reduce pollution and improve water quality in the future. With that, the Des Moines Water Works also filed suit against 3 rural counties for their nitrate and phosphate runoff. Iowa's Secretary of Agriculture and Land Stewardship, Bill Northey, is co-chair of a federal task force working on ways to manage these exact pollutants. The projects were initially funded in 2015 and are being extended for 3 years to scale up their efforts and accelerate the use of these water quality improvement practices in support of the Iowa Nutrient Reduction Strategy. Overall, water quality will begin to see a shift within our generation and future generations to come, so it's very important to not only be efficient but smart with your use of water.